8 out of 10 people whom I speak with, this is a common issue. Now, if you have started a business or are about to start a business and doing multiple activities together, this is definitely for you to hear if you are having the same problem. Now, people come and tell me that, you know what, I have so many things to do, I have so many things on my plate, I need to complete everything because everything is urgent, everything is important, and how can I do it? So the first and foremost important thing over here is for you to understand you have one thing fixed, remaining everything is variable. And when that one thing is fixed, you can actually plan around that entire fixed thing, and that thing is your time. We all have 24 hours, and needless to say, you cannot change time. You cannot add or subtract from it, right? So let's look at the other approach. What is it that you are actually facing problem? The problem is not the number of tasks. The problem is not even time. The problem is your inability to manage and prioritize and implement the things in the designated time that you must do it in. So step number one, what you can do is, first of all, list down all the tasks at hand. It can be small, it can be big, it can be something very simple, but it is a task that you have to do it. So first of all, list down everything, list it down. Do not keep it in your head. Do not keep it thinking that, okay, I remember I have to do 10, 20 things tomorrow, so I'll just remember and I don't have to worry about it. No, it does not work like that, because in your brain, in your mind, there is no punctuation, there is no comma or full stop. So it goes on in a loop, and what happens is you feel like, oh, nothing is happening, and then you feel overwhelmed. So number one, list down every task at hand. Number two, give a timeline, give a deadline, whether it is recurring activity, whether it is one-time activity, does not matter. Give a timeline to each task, because look at each task. You will see some of it needs to be done within a certain time period. Maybe it needs to be done within the next 3 days. Maybe it needs to be done by next week or so. And some activities are there which needs to be done consistently over a period of time. So those are called as recurring activities. Okay. So what you need to do, if it is a recurring activity, put down the time, put down the days when it is supposed to be repeated. And the activities which needs to be completed within a specified duration or timeline, just put the date and the time. Now, if you are unsure about it, if you feel, you know what, I want to complete it by, let's say, 15th, but I know it is going to go to 20th, you need to put down the date as 15th. Don't go by your negative connotation, your negative thought process as to, if this does not work, then what? Okay, you don't have to think about that. If you need to complete an activity within a specified time, like 15th, you put that date. The next step is now for you to prioritize. Yes. Now, when prioritizing, you can apply the simple technique, which is in a day or in a week. Now, it depends on how you want to implement it. So you can look at it like, let's say, if I take example, tomorrow, there are 7-8 things I need to get done. Small, big, does not matter. There are 7-8 things I need to get done tomorrow. And what I'm going to do first is, I'm going to list down the topmost priority activities under, let's say, P1 category. So P1 is the most prioritized activity that you need to complete no matter what. In the P1 segment, always take only one or maximum 2 tasks, not more than that. Now, only after I have completed the P1 activities, I am going to move to the P2 activities. Now, P2 activities, you can put all the tasks under this category, which you will take up after you have completed the P1, the most prioritized and the most urgent or important tasks at hand. So in P2 category, maximum, just keep it something that you would be comfortable to complete it in. Maybe 2 or 3 or 3 or 4, and not more than that. After, if I have completed the P2 tasks, only then I'll move to the P3 tasks for the day. This I'm saying in terms of day wise. You can also actually do this and implement it week wise or month wise, however you want to implement it. For me, it actually helps day wise because it's a short span, like a sprint, and it helps easy to manage things as well and just focus on the chunks at hand. So only after I have completed the P2 category, I'll move on to the P3 category. Now let's say somehow my P1 is taken care of, so I'm very relieved that my most priority activities are done. P2 is done, but I did not get time to go to the P3 because the P2 took longer time than expected. No problem, take the P3, carry forward it to the next day. So like this, what is going to happen is once you have listed down every task, it becomes very clear to you what are certain things, what are the urgent and important tasks. Now, when you are listing down the tasks, what you can do is you can segregate it under the category of important, urgent, and important and urgent. Now, there are some tasks which you feel like, you know what, I have 10-20 things to do and everything seems urgent. No, everything might not be urgent. Everything might be important but might not be urgent. What does urgent mean? That it has to be done right now. It cannot wait for the time. Okay, it has to be done now. That is your urgent task. But if it's an important task but it's not an urgent task, then definitely put the required timeline to it and then you implement it at the required time. Most of the people, what happens is, because they are not able to manage this thing properly, because they don't have clarity about these tasks of what they have in hand, so for them this overwhelm factor kicks in and they feel that I need to complete everything like yesterday. I needed to complete it by yesterday and it's still not happening. That's not the case. The problem is your mismanagement. The problem is not time. The problem is your structure and strategy. So what you need to do over here, list down all the tasks, segregate it into important and urgent activities, then put a timeline, put a date into it. So let's say I have to complete 2 or 3 things tomorrow. Tomorrow means one date, but one activity needs to be get done by 11 a.m. other one by 2 p.m. another one by 7 p.m. So I have put the time accordingly. So you can definitely put these kind of times and dates, and of course for the recurring activities as well. And number 3, now you put the prioritization, segregation. What will happen is when you do this in this structured manner, it does not matter. Even if you have 100 tasks that you need to do in a specified time, you will see you're able to focus so diligently and you're able to complete almost, at least, if not 100%, but at least 90 to 95% of it, because you are focusing on the task at hand. You are focusing, you're involving with the task at hand, and once it gets completed, you are moving on to the next. Now, another thing you need to keep in mind, using of tools. Now, one thing is, a lot of people keep everything in their head, right? I agree, but nowadays, a lot of people like to keep things in their head. They think that, okay, I'm going to remember. That does not work. Even you know that, right? So what you need to do, use the tools that are going to make your life easier. For example, you can just simply write on a pen and a diary. If you think that is too much to carry around, no problem. Use your phone, use your tablet, whatever it is. Use digital pads, right? Write it down. And the next important thing is use calendar. You have no idea how easy and how amazing a calendar can make your life. And using the calendar also, build this habit, put it in your routine. Put everything on the calendar. It does not matter what calendar you use. You can use Google, you can use Microsoft, you can use any form of calendar that you are using. Always remember, a calendar is a tool that you need to utilize it. See, all these digital tools are made for our convenience, for saving time, for doing things faster in a smarter manner. But if you do not know how to use these things for your benefit, then I think you are wasting a lot of things which are right there in your hand, right, in your mobile itself. So start scheduling things on the calendar. You will see that, let's say, even if there are so many things to be taken care of in this entire week, you will get the notification, you will get the reminder, you will get the pop-ups this will help you in advance, not just to do the things but mentally prepare for it. So when you open the calendar and see it, you will know, okay, these are the stuffs I need to do. I also put, like me personally, I put everything on the calendar. And even like, let's say if you have to go and meet somebody, if you have to get on a call with somebody, everything, even the tiniest of thing, if you put it on the calendar, you will see that your life is becoming much more smoother, because you do not have the burden of thinking and keeping everything in your mind and then remembering, oh, you know what, I forgot about this, and then you go in a guilt phase, and then you feel like, oh my god, why did I miss this, why did I did not write it down, etc. So utilize the technology, because it is created for your convenience, for better results, because if you don't utilize the technology, you have no idea what you're missing out. So it's like this, you need to learn to use the technologies in a manner that is beneficial to you, not the technologies using you. So stop scrolling, stop overthinking, stop getting overwhelmed. Build things in a strategic, structured manner so that everything gets done and nothing is impossible. What matters is you need to have the proper mindset, the proper psychology with what you want to achieve, what you want to do. The next thing is having a plan for it, and the next thing is implement that strategy, right? So things can be done very easily. Implement this technique and let me know how this has worked for you. And if you have still not read my books, which is 7 Steps from Shame to Being Back in the Game, it's there on Amazon. Go ahead, buy it, or gift it to somebody as a gift, because this is not a motivational book. There are exercises and things in it, and gift it to somebody and see how their life transforms, because I have put my experience of life into it, and there are so many aspects. You will see how it changed my life, and so it can change other people's life as well. So if you have any questions, do not forget to write to me in the email given below, and also you can share in the comment section as well. See you soon in the next video. Namaskar.